OSSN. Right, so it was all about middle-aged men and aging gracefully, and it was very hold on, don't move on to the next one. It was very cheerful, but very real at the same time. Looking, glow stick blows up in kid's face. Hi Wave, welcome back in. How are you gonna be happy on a Thursday? Oh, it looks like a nuclear rod. Alright, go for it, Ivy. It's so quiet. Yep.
Jesus, are you kidding me? God damn it, Jack. I have no clue what to do with this. I gotta see what to do, dingling.
Dingling.
God, I told you not to mess with it. Choking hazard.
Hi meme, welcome back in.
God. Don't rumble.
What's good? I wish I was naked.
Where's the stuff on this, Jack? God, don't microwave it, Jack. Do you have another one of these tubes? Not to mention it's all over your awesome shirt.
I'm not looking forward to the teenage
I doubt it.
years of my
Don't rub
children.
your eyes. God. Yeah, no shit. I said don't microwave it. Don't screw around. What you do with a beautiful shirt on and get it in your eyes. Am I ever right about anything, Jack? Am I ever right? Can you ever listen? Get this off. Help me! Dad! I'm trying, Jack. I don't know what to do. It's in my fucking eyes! Okay, Jack. Ah! You seem
Oh,
fine.
God.
Now you put water. I didn't say put water. Contact with eyes or skin may cause temporary discomfort. In case of eye or skin, talk flush with water for 15 minutes. So just sit there and keep flushing away with water.
This kid uploaded this video, right?
So you knocked Mom's spider.
So he must be fine, I'm assuming.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we're good at listening. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sure you're sorry now, Jack. You can always be sorry after. When am I fucking go blind?
This is it's almost over.
I'm sorry I started to dial that. I didn't think
But yeah, Akka, I just woke up. Don't expect a high energy stream.
Finally found the directions of what to do for it, so I'm okay. No. My name's John. Oh, just keep flushing it. Thank you. Keep flushing.
The dad still cares though. I respect that. The dad is still concerned. Hi, Wedge. Yeah, Wedge. I thought I said wave. Welcome back in. Hello. What's up? Hmm. Considering the lighting, is it better to... Is it better to do that? Yeah, it's better to do that. Yep. This is the mood that I'm going for. Right. So yes. Aka, then sleep. The fuck? Wait, you worked? Since when? You work? What? You what? That's news to me. Alright, and yeah, Meme was looking forward to seeing me naked, apparently. Right? So this video was all about a kid that microwaves a glow stick and then shakes it. It explodes all over his face and shirt. It goes into his eyes, he's panicking, and the father comes in, getting somewhat mad, but still trying to be helpful, right? Yeah. I hope so, Meme. I hope so. I gotta get to work after this. Don't get a time to be naked. I will be. Rayaka is saying work for uni. Don't clown on me. At the very least, I'm gonna NEET. At least you're having an income. Yes. Absolutely. I've been listening to a whole lot of debates, right? And this one particular debate that caught my attention was the topic right now. The thing that is a controversy in the current political climate on Twitch. The political debate community is the story about this one person who shared their rape experience on Twitter, and a streamer called Destiny adding to that. Although he didn't necessarily initiated the interact. He did initiate it. He just didn't attack the woman outright, but his take on this whole thing was spicy, and a lot of people going against him. Yeah. But the thing is, though, to go into details, his argument is okay, so the initial story is the woman who has been stealthed. Stealthed is known as an act that the man takes by taking off the condom during sex without the other person's consent, and then slipping it in, hoping that the woman doesn't notice. So I hope that explains it. Yeah. So stealthing has been done to this woman, right? Considered rape. And then she was too awkward to say anything. So Destiny's problem was, if you're too awkward to say anything in that moment, then maybe you shouldn't have casual sex at all. So that was the controversy. Maybe I'm not phrasing it right. Aka is saying rape is such a silly idea. If you don't want to be raped, just say yes. There you go. Alright, so Enduro is saying, oh my god, guys, there's a girl in my VC and she's simping for me while I have my cam on. Are you charging money though? Are you stupid or are you hustling? What are you doing? I'm concerned for you, Enduro. Right? And when you say girl, is she older than you? Very concerned. I care. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I want Enduro to earn bags. Not showing penis. Oh, you're showing penis. Okay. So that still doesn't answer my question. Still doesn't answer my question. Right. Mimi saying, wait till they find out about Superman? What happened to Superman? Right. Aka is saying, I don't necessarily disagree. I feel like doing the sex and generally engaging in any social interaction even does require you to be able to express yourself to some extent. It's a very difficult topic, of course, and doesn't excuse stealthing, but not saying anything is still on you. That's my hot take. PSA. You know what? That's exactly the take that Destiny's taking. That's exactly it. Right? Okay. I compare it to a murder, right? If a murder is happening in front of you and you don't call the police, like, are you kind of partaking in the murder, or like what's going on, you know? Like, of course you're scared, right? But you're not taking an action to do anything about it. Right, so Aka, the argument comes from the side where some people thought that, God, how do I phrase this without being mean? um, uh, it felt like Destiny was dismissing the fact that stealthing happened, I guess. It made it seem like it was the woman's fault. And that's where the people's problem is. And it's so frustrating. Yeah, this particular streamer too is just I wish I could talk to someone that already seen the debate, because it's too fucking long. I don't want to sit through it like in the live stream. Right, so meme is saying the Superman is when you finish on her back and stick the bed sheet to her back and leave. What? That's Superman? Why can't you use a tissue? Meme continues, not my life being taken, then not my problem in all honesty. I mean, run to a safe place and call for help or something, I don't know. And Andorra wasn't charging money, not changing money. What the fuck? Aka is saying, but the issue is she put herself in that position with that man and you're not comfortable enough to speak up, but comfortable enough to have sex. You're odd, really odd. Right? And of course, I see what Destiny's saying. I don't know where that got lost in translation. Maybe it's the way he said it. And a lot of people can't, like separate what he's, like how he's phrasing it to what the point he's trying to make. Because he's such a... He's an asshole. He's an asshole. When he phrases everything, he's such an asshole. Yeah, and it gets on people's nerves. He doesn't phrase it right. But that's why he's famous, I guess. Alright, so Haz is saying that, well, there's people who's into BDSM and people being what would seem abusive during sex, and there are people who have hard lines. She put herself in that position, but she's not fully at fault. Yeah, that's the point. That is the point that this guy is trying to make. Absolutely. Yeah, but his issue is that we're not talking about. We're always talking about how men needs to do this and men needs to control themselves. Men shouldn't be raping people, etc. Of course, that is the obvious, and that should be talked about because some people tend to forget, I guess. Yeah. But at the same time, we're not having enough conversation about what women should be doing, I guess. Hi, Betty. Ah, a woman. A woman. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Aka was saying something. What? So what's your take, or are you just observing? Um, I always listen to these debates because I find people's takes fascinating, like how they end up there and everything. So I'm just there for that. My opinion on this obviously sides with Destiny, but not in the way that he phrased it. I think. Mm. There was a lot of R word, and I don't know, calling calling the victim a loser and shit. Oh goodness. Yeah. But a lot of Destiny's takes usually I do agree with. It's just the way he phrases everything is so aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive. Alright, so yes, yeah, has a saying because the guy seemed to treat her like he would all other sex partners. When everyone's different, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm drunk. Oh, I like Has drunk now. He participates in these tight topics. Alright, Aka is saying, I mean, both fucked up, I feel. Absolutely. She for not speaking up and him for stealthing, of course. Of course. Right? So yes, grill. Exactly. We got Coca-Cola 1 joining. Hello. Yeah, Betty's here at the same time and shit. Everybody be coming in tonight. Today, sorry. It's morning. Wow. 5 o'clock. It's so early. But yes. Coca-Cola さんいらっしゃい。Coca-Cola 1。ということは2がいるのかな？ Yeah, meme is saying, I think it really seems, it really makes no sense how people don't take responsibility for their own safety. I'm not gonna save anyone because that puts me in danger. Right, so we're talking in a case of murder, right? Excuse me. I gotta blow my nose. I'm gonna mute. Hello! Okay. Okay. But yeah, we're talking about this person being sexually assaulted though. Through the action of stealthing, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Has is saying, I don't think it's rape. It's definitely crossing the line though. Yeah. Yeah, that's something else too, like stealthing. Alright, so Betty, to quickly explain the context, let's see. This woman on Twitter shared her story about her assault experience, sexual assault experience, where the man has taken the condom off. I think the important context that I didn't share before, which I will share now, because I just remembered. Okay, so she was too awkward to say anything when the man took off the condom and went back inside. So that was her initial tweet actually, and then she elaborated afterwards. But yeah, her initial tweet was she found it too awkward to say anything, and this wasn't the first time happening. So we don't know if it's with the same man, or we don't know if we had 3 men taking off the condom and then going back in. But like, see, yeah, Betty's making it very black and white. It's just the problem with that. Hold on, let me get back to that. I think I'm falling behind in the messages. Okay, so yes, he's sexual abuse for sure, and by rape definition, it's rape. But rape makes me picture you forcefully pull down a girl's pants and go at it, says Akalaka. Right? And Betty didn't know what we were talking about. And gamer moments is meme Coca-Cola one is saying, I think I'm using 2 as my child's name. Do it. Coca-Cola 2. I don't know, actually. I like Junior more. Yeah, Ivy saying Mario your thigh showing a cover up slut. Of course I'm gonna show it. If it attracts people. Whatever it takes, I guess. No. I am doing my best to stay within the desk, okay? For some reason the camera decided to look down. Right? And Aka is saying muting for blowing nose, you're so Japanese, I had to do it. And Haz is saying it's a delicate subject, I don't know how to put it because I don't want to say vagina. Right, meme is saying I think in general if there's some kind of confrontation going on and one side is getting wrecked, stay out of it because pissing someone off will come back at you later. Right. What is this, Wedge? I'm gonna open it, but I'm not gonna play it yet. Okay.
Well, XQC isn't here.
I'm not gonna play it yet. Calm down. Right. So yeah. Haz is saying like if you're having sex and then put it in the bum, is that rape? I'm pretty sure if you go in there without consent and without any awareness of the person receiving, that's gonna be rape. They'll feel it going in. Like of course saying no or telling him to put the condom back on, or you know she doesn't want to have sex anymore and stuff like that comes with risk. I understand how it feels like, you know, a thing could very much go wrong. I get that. But like by not speaking up, I think you're creating this gray area where, you know, it's up to people's interpretation whether or not this was rape or not, because it like the discomfort wasn't communicated, right? It wasn't really made clear by not saying anything. I do think it's like it's still sexual abuse. I see that as a sexual abuse. It's just they're both at fault. Him for pushing boundaries, right? And her for not making the boundary clear as day for that man. Who knows? The man might, you know, come back into consciousness instead of being so primal. And if he continues, then that's obviously rape. That's how I see it. Yeah, Haz is saying, like regretting sex after doesn't mean you can claim rape when he did something you don't want him to do. Casual sex, you don't have time for safe word to be established, I guess. You know, I've only had one casual sex experience. I don't think I could say much in terms of like experience wise. Like I don't really understand the mentality of having casual sex with someone. It scares me. Like this kind of situation happens and there's so many other possibilities of misunderstanding occurring where, you know, shit could get this serious, right? And Wedge was saying the clip was in relation to how you said Destiny is rude with his takes, even if he's right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like he's so fucking confrontational. Like I think everybody seems to put their guard up whenever he says something. And like have the need to retaliate when you don't really have to. Like even when he's agreeing with you, he still calls you a piece of shit. Right, where were we? Aka was saying, so there's already an implication of no protection being a no-no. Now, if I surprise anal after we discussed anal, is that rape? I mean, if the person, you know, wants that, obviously it's not rape, right? But the person is like, I don't know, you can't put that in. You can't put it in. Not yet. Anyway. Not yet. Convince first, but not yet, you know? Where were we? The whole I only look out for my own safety, no empathy. Twitter is so extreme leftist. That's very stereotype, says Aka. Right? And you can call me Kuz, by the way. Sorry, to be honest, says Aka. He's taking on the torch. Meme is saying if you're boning and someone pulls a bra moment, just tell them to stop. But honestly, this conversation is pretty gross. I can smell this scenario. Smell. And Ivy saying, this is the type of topic where you guys keep going around the same point, but in different ways, and it's taking 3+ hours. Isn't that great? We're communicating. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't pay enough attention to how people phrase things and how they express themselves and how important that is to use as reference for when, you know, you want to get to know them more. It's pretty good. In my opinion, it's pretty good. Right? And Mimi is saying you can't just jump into someone else's mess. It makes no sense. I think this kind of conversation should be had instead of avoiding it. That's when a bubble is created, isn't it? That's when we just have this echo chamber that just keeps talking to each other, and eventually we reach a very extreme, very radical point. I don't know. I wish people were a lot more open-minded to the side that you don't necessarily agree with. What a shame. What if you find new ideas that you never really looked at before or thought of? Yeah, Meme is saying you gain nothing but brownie points from whatever side you pick, and you don't want to pick sides on a situation you don't know. That's virtue signaling, isn't it? Isn't that the definition for that? Flakes is saying, you don't think it's funny how men worry about being sued as a result of casual snoo, but women are concerned about death by snoo. Yeah, because men's the one that put it in, right? But yes, where were we? Like, not all men, obviously, not all men. Some people use yes, all men in their phrase, but, you know, not necessarily them saying it's all men, which is so confusing. I wish the message was clearer with that hashtag. If this doesn't apply to you, then obviously I'm not talking about you. But you just said yes, all men. All men is in there. Right, anyways, Meme is saying, I don't think... What's this? Okay, I'm keeping this, not playing it yet, because we are on a topic, right? And just because it's uncomfortable, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, in my opinion. Meme is saying, I don't think critical thinking and long-term self-preservation can be categorized as edgy, but alright. I'm not putting out a fire I didn't start. There's better guys for it, and I'm not getting burned for a different person I don't know. And I feel like Meme is a person that wouldn't put themselves in a situation where, you know, they have to do that. In my opinion. Right? But this lady on Twitter, right? And she's sharing her story, which she didn't expect for it to blow up like it did. But of course, if you don't have to involve yourself in a situation where you have to fix a problem, then obviously you don't gotta. But that is the mentality that some people are lacking, right? Because they put themselves in that situation where they want the good things, but they don't know how to get it without. It's almost like not being aware of the risks at the same time because you don't expect it. I don't think that's an excuse that you should have. What's this? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, so Wedge is off to bed, no problem. Good night. Good night. Everybody's sleeping at the right time lately. It's nice to see. Right, so Meme is saying it's an interesting topic, but the conversation is only as interesting as the answers. Maybe you're not coming up with good questions. What do you think? I don't know. Sometimes, when things aren't going the way that I like it to go, if things aren't entertaining, I often blame myself for not being able to host a conversation, right? But yeah, Hazard saying, did she call it rape or did the comments? I think comments called it rape, but I don't think she did. I think she phrased it as sexual abuse. I don't have the original tweet. Yeah, I'm just hearing all of this from like debates and how people phrased it. I saw a little bit on Twitter, but she keeps getting deleted. It never stays on Twitter. Alright, Meme is saying, if you 100% know what side did what and which side you know is the right one and you want to jump in, go for it. An uninformed approach though, you're just trying to look badass. The entertainment message was about the defending random people thing. The abuse/assault conversation is fine. Right. And Betty says, don't get us started on abuse. Aka will go mental. Alright. So I went quiet on the first paragraph there with the 100% know what side did what part with the meme there. I see this often where we just jump into assuming what the other side is thinking. And it happens in debates too. I think it's a necessary skill, right? Like having to assume what the other person wants to say or is the point that they're trying to get at, so that you can form an argument and then shoot back. But sometimes, of course, life doesn't follow script and
New
people...
follower,
Oh, goodness.
Vibrator.
Vibrator, huh? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for following. We're talking about a serious topic. Where was I? Fucking hell. Something about oh god, I gotta clear my throat. I muted. Right. I think like when the conversation or argument or debate doesn't follow your script and it just goes in a different direction, a lot of people tend to like try to drag it back in or force the response onto the other side. I've noticed that lately. Why is that? Yeah, we got Vibrator coming in saying good day everyone. Good day back at you. What the fuck? The fuck? Thanks for joining the chat. Right. Yeah, where were we? So Aka is moving out. Eventually, it seems. That's good. Alright, so Meme is saying the guy should definitely not have ripped off the condom and the woman should have said something. This man named Dildo. A vibrator. Alright. Yeah. And I respect that. Yeah. I don't like people who are a little too prude, I guess, when it comes to like sexual topics. But what I'm saying is, I feel like that's a dangerous mindset to have. we're just creating argument for the other side. That's how that's how people tend to divide themselves. Lately, I've been learning a lot more about AAVE and Aquafina. I've been learning a lot more about Aquafina lately because a person suggested a topic and I didn't know much about the topic. I dived in, found out more about Aquafina and the black community getting really mad at her for presenting the language in a way that she did, where it's like a cheap laugh, I guess. I can see why you could get mad. But we're not really looking for Aquafina's response in this a particular topic right here. Yeah, which is a shame. And Aquafina's not answering. That's even more frustrating. No wonder people are mad. Anyways. Yeah. So we were talking about I don't know. Communication, right? Just blindly supporting one side so that you can virtue signal. Aquafina water filter. No, we're talking about the celebrity. We're talking about the one that is in Shang-Chi and Crazy Rich Asian. The former rapper. Hi Moemasu. We're talking about Aquafina right now, but before that we were talking about communication issues, and before that we were talking about this one particular person who shared their sexual abuse experience and a streamer calling them out for it. Hello. Right, so memes internet is dying. No problem. I guess it is a problem, but yes, save it go. Thank you very much for the fun conversation. Take care indeed. Yeah, guys, meme is going. Meme gotta go. And Verbrader is saying I'll try to catch up. Oh, no problem. Yeah, hopefully I'll see more of you. Hopefully we'll find out more of you too. Yeah, this stream is about people and the chat box. And I like learning a bit more about people and how they would respond to questions and also answers. Right. Moemasu seems to like a Verbrader's name. That's nice. Alright, so yeah, Verbrader, I grew up with a Filipino mother. I understand everything that she says. The issue is I can't talk back because I always responded in Japanese. Yeah, I'm more Japanese than I am a Filipino. But I do understand Filipino. It's just I have a brain fart when I try to talk back. I'm just one of those kids, you know. Apparently this is very common with like a lot of second generation immigrant, I think. Yeah, I am half Filipino, yes. Half Japanese, half Filipino, living in Brisbane City, Australia, and I am currently almost 29 years old. Not single, kinda gay. Yeah. Moemasu is saying I don't speak Filipino, I just know Yukininam. I don't know that one. Phil Han, I don't know that one too. What the fuck? What are these words? Okay. Moemasu was speaking Ilocano. Ilocano? That's another dialect that I didn't know it existed. There's just too many dialects in Philippines. It's their fault. Yeah, I know Ilonggo exists. Ilonggo. I know Tagalog exists. Bisayan. Doesn't that make you mad? Tagalog? Right. Okay. Moemasu is saying I am part Ilocano in Tagalog, and Bisayan. Right. There's a Hazard saying, I'm playing poker with boss Saturday. How do you play poker? It depends on which rule. Moemasu is half Filipino too. Wait, didn't you mention black and Latino? And what was the other one? Korean. So you're a mutt like me then. Wait, no, you mentioned this in Coma's chat, didn't ya? I don't think anybody else did. Ah, who you have fucked. Okay. I thought you were responding to his question, which was, like, what race are you? Ah, right. So that's where you have placed your dick inside. Gotcha. Now I get it. Yeah, so Betty's saying you need a poker face and you will end up poor Has. Right. Right, so yeah, Verbrader was saying I'm Filipino handsome. Ah, that's what it means? Philahan? Gotcha. Right, so yeah. Moemasu is a mutt. I'm a mutt too, but I just generalize it to like Japanese Filipino because what's the point? I'm not gonna be one of those white people that goes, I'm 1/4 Scottish, I'm 1/4 English and Irish and fucking Australian. I'm special. Yeah, I'm not gonna be that. You mean you're white? Right, anyways. That's always fun for me. Right. Like, to be specific, my Filipino side is a little more mixed, right? But I'm not gonna go into the 1/8 of everything. But I am technically 1/8 Filipino though. Not entirely half Filipino. But he's 0.07% Nigerian. Yep. Everybody has a little bit of black in them. Yeah. But it's all about looking the part, isn't it? Yes, Aka is only on his starters at the moment, right? I don't know. Like Europe has a lot of like mixed blood, no? Because of how it's all connected. Well, not necessarily connected, but they're all close together, and there's so many countries in between. It's not like it's not necessarily like Australia that is like almost completely isolated. Has part Chinese. You can say chink now. You have chink card. Yay! Good job. Well done. And Betty has the N card? What the fuck? Who knew about this? Right. And yeah, to go into specifics too. Historically speaking, family history, I am 1/8 African American. The name Quinte, which is my mother's side, comes from the black side. Apparently it's supposed to be Kinte, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, somewhere in between, the name kinda shifted, I guess. What's this? What is Zaka saying? He's saying, I'm pretty sure my great to the power of 24 grandpa was Genghis. Yeah, absolutely. Flakes, are you part black? Are you part black though? Right, and Hans is saying, I'm too white, Maru. So no chink card for you, right? And Aka is saying I was 3 seconds late though. Unfortunately, you win, Betty. Ah, right. Gotcha. Right. Okay. Yeah, so Betty's saying she can't have a black in her, right? Right, Momosu is talking to Flakes. That's nice to see. All right, Flakes is an eighth Irish. Actually, I'm of Gypsy heritage. Oh yeah, that word. Apparently, it's derogatory. And Deaf Noodles got into trouble for it. You guys know about that? Right, so before we quickly move on.
XQC isn't here. Hello?
Okay,
What do you want?
I'm looking for a problem. I'm looking for advice, please.
Go ahead, X. I'm happy to help.
Okay, the problem that I have is that I'm too handsome, sexy, and successful.
Oh yeah, I
and
remember
rich.
this.
And whenever I go to a place like a club or something, all the women are so after me that I end up drowning in pussy. It's become like a safety hazard. Any advice?
If you need like to get better perspective on your life, I would say try making a Tinder account and don't tell everybody your XQC, and then you can see how much of a fucking virgin loser fuck you would be. Okay, sans your fucking streaming career. You sad as fuck, Winston Main, GTA RP loser motherfucker.
Okay, thanks for the advice. I'll try that, man.
Good
See you
luck,
guys
man.
later.
Love you.
Good luck.
Bye.
See, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with Destiny. He's such an asshole when he phrases things, but he's not necessarily serious, and at the same time, he's agreeing with you. Yeah. Oh god. Right. Anyways. So Flakes is a gypsy, so she can say it apparently. Right. So yeah, has there's the video. We're gonna get to it. This is the hamster one, isn't it? Gypsies call themselves Gypsy. My Serb friend talks about them all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far we're going with the censorship thing. Like, I'm fine not saying the words, you know, it's all a game for me. Like, avoiding to say words that you shouldn't be saying. I think it's fun, so I do it. It's a nice challenge. Yeah, this hamster. It absorbed it. How cute. A little burrito. But yes. Not necessarily my content. but of course I liked it. Right, so where were we? I wasn't looking at the chat, now I am. Tyson Fury's a gypsy and he's a beast. Right? Moimasu was saying that. And Flakes is saying, what do I call it? Alright, Pikey is far more offensive, sorry, says Betty. And then Flakes goes, what do I call it? Right? So we can see how Flakes is objectifying Romanians. Right? She's calling them an it now, so... now we're going into the racist territory. Alright, so let's dive in deeper. Right, so what should we call them? I don't know. Def Noodle was apologizing how he used the word gypsy. And people got mad for it. Oh boy. Moemasu is saying I like Jiraike, so you know. Wait, what is this in regards to? Censorship? Right, so now they call themselves Gypsy. Why shouldn't we? And Flake says, now I'm sad because I'm just nothing. Betty says, you know what? They call me woman because they have zero respect for women. Like, make me a drink woman. Call them whatever I want. Right. I don't know, the word gypsy was used in Hunchback, right? That movie. I didn't think it was a bad word. It's the people that migrate in that area, right? That's what they're called, gypsies. Apparently it's derogatory. Now we're almost there, you know, we're completing the A to Z of all the words that we are not able to say. There's 2 F words that you can't say now. We're getting there. Almost. Yeah, how's it saying? I think as white people we need to accept that anything and everything we say can be seen as offensive by anyone. That's right, Whitey. Cracker. And I am God. Yeah, it's weird. We're swinging the pendulum really hard to one side. How about we don't use language anymore? We should no longer communicate. Of course, that's the extreme. Alright, so the travelers don't like that word. Travelers don't like gypsy. Okay. Right. Sorry, the word gypsy, not, you know, people gypsy. Right, Flakes is saying people use the G word as an insult all the time. I asked my dad not to say it. His mom is the ahem traveler. Okay. So it is derogatory or is it not? Right, okay. Alright, Moemasu is saying, you know, in Hawaii, like 80% of the words used to refer to other people are considered racist by people from the mainland US. I never knew, because in Hawaii it's not considered racist at all. It's an American thing. Yeah, it goes back to what I was saying about Aquafina and her issues around this AAVE thing and a lot of people getting upset. Do we have time? Yeah, we do have time. Right. I was going through some videos. It was really entertaining, but at the same time very saddening. There we go. This is one
the fact that you
channel.
are literally a walking minstrel show.
Okay. Yeah, we get it.
Aquafina, actor and rapper of Chinese. Things be pissing me off, y'all. Today, it's Aquafina. Aquafina, aka Nora Lum. Nora from Queens.
Aquafina.
Nora. Aquafina.
Moemasu got censored.
So let me just dive right into it.
Alright, here it is.
Aquafina is an American actor and rapper of Chinese and Korean descent.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm teaching it, you know, I'm teaching it what to say and what not to say.
Became popular.
It's a process.
From there, she landed movies
Don't worry
for
about that.
Crazy Rich Asians, Ocean's 8, and The Farewell, for which she won a Golden Globe, making her the first woman of Asian descent to do so. Okay. Sounds like a wonderful person, right? You're like, oh.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm kind of pissed now. Only Americans are offended by the word Jap. I don't know some single Japanese person who's offended by the word Jap. I don't know this. Who? Is it because we couldn't come up with anything for the Japanese, so we just ended up finding the word Jap, the 3-letter word, offensive? Is that how we got there? What? Why was that censored? I don't understand. Chink, I get it. Chink is like, you know, like it goes way back. Like just because it was used in a derogatory way in America during the war times. I get that Twitch is an American company, of course. Amazon, right? Amazon. Flakes is saying, I land in Hawaii and I'm a colonizer and disrespecting the land in my opinion, but I left the banana on the mountain to pay respects. You did? Is that a thing? German version of Jap is considered very offensive. That being said, it's German. Right. I think it's good to eliminate hate as much as you can, or suppress it at least. But at the same time, when we get to the point where we can't talk about it, I think that's gonna be a scary problem. That's when, you know, the thing happened with, you know, like when Trump came out, all the other, you know, scary people came out together all at once out of the shadows. Yeah, and suddenly, you know, it's white America for like the next 4 years. Well, not necessarily, obviously. Yeah, it's not that extreme. Yeah, but like those people got really vocal, and you didn't realize how many of them there were. Britney's in Maui, huh? Right, so Betty's saying, isn't it because of Jap's eye or something? What's that? Jap's eye? It almost sounds like gypsy. Right. Whenever you speak about race in German, it sounds racist. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like the wording, right, that describes another country, it's often formed in xenophobia, isn't it? I don't know. Right, instead of saying Nihon, instead in English we address Japan as Japan, right? We come up with our own names of describing a country rather than following how that country describes itself. What does Japan mean? I know what Nihon means. I know what it means. The word itself that describes the country means. But I don't know what Japan means. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. The word that Japan uses to describe its own country has its own definition. Japan comes from Portuguese. Do you know the definition? Or is it just a name for a country? Like, when we say America, we're referring to the USA, right? United States of America. But we don't call it USA. Just like how Japanese don't call it Japan. Right, so Guru, welcome back in. Hello. We're talking about racism now. I think that's where we are at the moment. Right, so yes, Akka is saying, and ironically speaking, oh, human race in German is considered racist. We speak of ethnicity or nationality only. It's because you guys look really bad in World War II, isn't it? You want to be really careful, you know, not to repeat the same mistake that you made in history, I guess. I don't know. We get into a really touchy subject when we're talking about war. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know much of the history. I'm not too educated on it, so that's why I live a happy life. Yeah, so Mary's saying Japan is how Japan was pronounced in a province of China that the West traded with. Japan? Who said that? That sounds stupid. It was changed slightly to match Portuguese pronunciation, so it just evolved into that word. So, yeah, my point is that we don't really know the definition of that word, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, so Haz is saying, what do you call Japan? Nihon. Yeah. Yeah. Ni stands for sun. And Hong stands for not the book. It's the other one. It's the not the realness. Fucking true? Is that it? Is that the translation? Yeah, true, isn't it? True. Nihon. Right, so true son. True son. Right, so yes, sometimes we say we're great though as a race, because my brain goes human race, but it sounds very bad. Yeah. It's when we look at people who doesn't look like us is when we go, they're not humans. Like they're not like us. Right? And that's how racism kind of just snowballs from there, isn't it? Alright, so Omoemasu want to start with start a war. I combined those two words with me in bed, right? I'm sorry, I have a girlfriend. I have to refuse, right? Otherwise, if I'm not committed. Right, so yes, Betty's saying we couldn't trade with Japan. It was Edo Jidai. Yeah, so yeah, Edo period in Japan, very xenophobic. Yeah, some outsiders got killed because they seemed weird. Yep. Yeah, so Japan used to be racist too, and still is actually. There's still some xenophobia happening in Japan. But of course, alas, they're always polite. At least they'll kill you politely. Right, anyways, the thing, I saw a thing that says 40% of Brit believes that England was responsible for World War II being ended. Why? It was the bomb that ended it, no? Oh, but there was a fight between the Allied and Germany as well, right? Right. So Aka is saying, you know what's funny though? Nazi Germany was like, yo, Japan, chill with your war crimes. That's a little far. Because Japan was on some different racist shit as well. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I think that Japan's side was a lot more like primal in their way of thinking. Whereas in Germany it was all about like purification, isn't it? Like I felt like from what I know, right? I felt like Japan was trying to bring slavery back. That's what it felt like to me. Yeah. Sorry. And that Germany and Russia and America are in agreement that Russia and America had a much bigger role than England. Okay. Portuguese come to Brazil. This is good. Alright, so Flakes is on Animal Crossing. And here we go. I think everywhere is racist, and in 100 years it will be the same. I think we're just slowly, you know, the globalization is happening, everybody's fucking everybody, and then eventually we're gonna reach a point where human race is just human race. You know, there's none of these like black, white, yellow, I don't know, whatever races tends to, you know, describe races. None of these anymore. And this is where this controversy on Awkwafina's accent is coming in. I found a lot of like black community that seems to gatekeep who is described black, right? I don't want to get into it too deep yet, because I feel like we're still, you know, having a conversation about this whole thing. Japan seemed really good at being fake nice and cute. Absolutely. They're actually vicious underneath the mask. But yes, I don't think the aggression is there anymore right now, because especially, you know, while the other countries are watching them now. You know, the same with Japan too. Japan is watching other countries too. It's literally how this politics works, I guess. Like nation relation, not a rapper. Right, so Akalaka is mentioning the rape in Nanjing, right? Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, and a lot of Chinese people have an opinion on that, so I'm told by Jelly not to mention that I am Japanese, just to avoid conflict, right? I am a proud mixed race, but culturally speaking, I am like in between of everywhere. I don't really belong in a team, in my opinion. I don't really have a strong opinion. Right, so yeah, I am reading too slow. Let me skippity. Aka was saying something. Betty was saying something about being human. And Aka was saying something. Got into penny trading. Fascinating. Right, Guru is saying, I think my grandma was born around right when Japanese occupation of the Philippines ended. She could have ended up like Isao. Is it? if she was born a few months earlier. Whoop. Yeah. Scary. So penny trading? What do you gain from that? I heard that it's not that profitable. Go big or go home, Aka. Moimasu is saying, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Shy Japanese girls got a lot of aggression in their pants. Obviously, I don't have the experience. Obviously, I've never been with a Japanese girl. I'm more into that exotic type. Whatever that means. What even is exotic? Why on Sable and Label and Cradle? Cradle? Is that the name of the other sister? No, it's Mabel. What the fuck? You tried to gaslight me. Right, so it's the guy with the hat, isn't it? That's the one that you're looking for, isn't it, Flakes? Go to Harvey's Island and get him out, like by paying 100,000 bell, I think. Right. So penny trading my mom. I saw that. Alright, so Betty's saying pennies. Moimasu is saying got him. Oh no, got him was said by Moimasu, and then Aka's also, because he's not original, he goes got him again. Right, and Guru is saying Chinese is exotic. That's how white old men to phrase them, right? Yeah. You're so exotic. Moimasu says a lot of homono Nihon jose are like aggressive when it comes to sex because so many men in Japan are betas. It's sad. My Nihon bros need to step up and satisfy their women. You sound like this one guy I've met at a bar. That's what it sounds like to me. These women don't know what they want. You have to give it to them. Of course. My master is not like that. Oh yeah, that cute Oriental girl shit. Yeah. Goodness. Right. Oh, sorry. Guru was your colonizer is showing. Yep. And Betty's saying, I'm sorry, so glad my boy isn't beta. I lucked out. Has is saying James Harden got traded. What? When? Huh? Who? Who's James Harden? Is that a football player? I don't know. I don't know these things. Huh? Right. Okay. Guru saying unpopular opinion, Oriental isn't offensive. Yeah, I don't see the offense in that too. I think it's the way it's used to, I guess, I think a word is used often enough to describe a certain race, but in a way that is like dehumanizing. It eventually becomes a slur and it eventually becomes racist, right? Isn't that how racism is? Racial slurs formed, isn't it? In it, mate. So yeah, Jap was a thing, right? Jap eventually became offensive because of the way it was used. I think Oriental was the same. Although, it's fun to say, in my opinion, the word Oriental. Much more fun than saying Jap, but Jap was... Jap's definitely shorter, yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. If people find it racist, if people find it offensive, of course I'm happy to like avoid the word. Because it's always fun for me. But at the same time, I hope we don't run out of words. That's a racist. That's a racist argument that I'm making right there. Yeah, but I'm starting to feel like it might be realistic. If we're gonna come up with new words and then we find that to be racist and we censor it, how far are we willing to go? People get sad when you call them bitch, but honestly, I'm dominant, so I like a subby girl. Okay. So you're not into the Japanese type, huh? Right, so Haz is beta, everybody. just to quickly point out the fact, you know, Haz is very beta. Right, so where were we? Betty's saying, okay, I'm gonna work out, but still listening if you're gonna be sassy, so... sorry, do so vocally through Maru, please, says Betty. There we go. Yeah, I'll try my best to read. But you know how my reading ability's like. Right, so Haz is proud of being a beta, and Flake says, yuck! With excitement. Right. Akai saying, Chin Chin can't be hurt. I disagree. Yeah, so Moemasu is saying, what? I mean, Japanese girls turn subby really fast when you show a bit of dom, like the girl I'm talking to right now. Sure. I have no idea. I'm not diving into that too deep. Right, so we got fuck. We got Sodware saying, hi man, can you say hi to my friend Hugo, the Dimidome Clancy? Do I have to say the whole thing? Hi, Hugo, the Dimidome Clancy. How about that? I tried. Dimsdale Dimmadome, says Haz. Nice input, thank you very much. I'm into that CBT apparently. Right, so Betty's working out. Oh yeah, to quickly share. There you go. Ah, it's not big enough. Right, anyways, 3 out of 5 days of exercise this week that Betty has done. Okay, 3 out of 5 days. Workout, right? We got 63 minutes spent today at 9 o'clock. I don't think you should be doing it at night. Your body wakes up. It's gonna be hard for you to sleep, no? Right, so yeah, 63 minutes put in and burnt 785 calories. Heart rate going 145 average, right? And what is this? 102 zone. What's that? And 76% cardio, so she's trying to sweat. Where were we? Right, so no problem, Sod. No problem. Yeah, I did my best. Thanks for coming in. Right, okay, so yeah, this is Betty's current progression at the moment. But yeah, like nighttime workout is like bad for your sleeping, isn't it? That's what I heard. Because this video is so desperate for that dick. She's starting to lose weight. Right. Right, anyways. I used to work out at 10 p.m. then got lazy. I used to work out before I went to sleep, and that was a bad idea. Like, it takes about 2 hours for me to like sleep. Until then, I'm just rustling in the sheets, minding my own business, doing my own business. Yes, Haz is saying, "Are you in Japan yet, Betty?" There you go. Okay, so all good, all good. So yeah, that is the progression so far with Betty. Okay, so yeah, this video was open. Let me just show you.
Sounds like a nice young lady, just on her. Wrong. Aquafina is a literal minstrel show. From her rap to her roles in movies, Aquafina put on an offensive black scent, donned a black aesthetic to get on. And the moment that she started receiving critical acclaim and prestige, that shit vanished. It's gone. The black scent, the black aesthetic, gone. The black scent that we have been told was just natural because she's from Queens. She's a product of her environment. She's from Queens, that's just how she talks. It magically went away. Isn't that so wild?
I have an opinion on this particular person and the likes of this person. And I'm not basing this opinion on this video alone. I've been watching few other videos and also other videos that had similar opinions, like gatekeeping black culture and all that. Some were reasonable. There are a lot of like reasonable people out there, but a lot of the arguments that's being made so far has been it had a very racist vibe. A lot of if you don't look black, then you're not black kind of thing going on. There's also biracial people too, where, you know, they're half white and half black. They don't really fit in anywhere. But some people like her and other people. Maybe I'm misrepresenting this lady right here, but I've seen another video where they full on went just ham on the whole, you know, if you're half black, you're not black kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, America is very much obsessed with race though. That's really strange to me. And I've noticed something, and I was gonna talk about it in a video so that, you know, we don't really have to deal with this. Like, I can't form words at the moment in a way that doesn't waste people's time, so that's why I wanted to make a video about it. But to quickly summarize what I see with this racial divide in US right now, I think we're reaching a point where like race other than, no, it's every race actually, even the white race is becoming, they're starting to feel like foreigners. They starting to feel like they're living in a country that they don't belong in. And everybody is just, you know, doing this whole tug-of-war to make the country belong to them. I think that's how the divide is being created. Critical race theory and critical pedagogy. What? What is that? I don't know that one. It's destroying my country. It's insane. Critical race theory is hold on. Yeah, Moimasu is saying, I mean, should I delve into the CRT concept of whiteness and blackness? I think this whole study was about pointing out where in history that America has gone wrong in, right? And it just happens to make the white race look bad, is what I heard so far. It's it's about slavery and shit, no? Like colonization and shit. I think that kind of education could be done if it was done right. Right, as in like without villainizing any race. We can talk about history and not apply that I guess same hatred towards those people that did wrong things in history onto like the modern society. We can do that without, we can hate on people in the past without having to hate on people in the current, is what I'm saying. But CRT was taught in universities, what I heard. And now they're wanting to teach it to kids. CRT is about flipping the oppressor/oppressed dichotomy, meaning its goal is to make white people a second class and elevate everyone else to first class. Critical race theory? Is it? Where's your source? Right. Critical race theory is taught through critical... that word again. How the fuck do you pronounce that word? Now's a good time. Hold on. Now's a good time. Give me a moment. How do you pronounce that?
Pedagogy.
Tamagotchi?
Pedagogy.
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 Okay. Pedagogy, everybody. I used to play pedagogy. Yeah, Guru is saying, こんにちは、はじめまして。私はイアンです。私は日本語の学生？私の日本語の学生。You are able to phrase a sentence now, that's good. I'm seeing progression. This combo feels like the white guilt combo. Like, why be guilty? It's not you who was the racist. Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody's starting to feel like they don't belong in their own country and they want to fight for their place, although they don't need to fight. And, the cycle of hate continues. What is CRT, though? Let's see. I don't wanna listen to a young person who doesn't even lecture in university describe what CRT is. Good morning. Jelly's awake, and it's almost 7 o'clock, so I have to go soon, guys. Right? Why the controversy? I don't want to know about that. Guide to Critical Race Theory. Ryan Chapman. 5 most influential books on critical race theory. Critical race theory explained by a high school teacher. What is critical race theory? When I see young people trying to explain that, I feel like there's a bias. I feel like that's what I worry about. Oh, she's not young. Oh, okay. Sorry, I looked at this black woman. I thought she was young, but I guess they don't crack, huh? Okay.
Let's just start with a basic definitional question. When you hear critical race theory over and over again, what should people understand? How do you define CRT?
So I first want to just make a distinction between CRT, which is a theoretical framework that I learned in graduate school and read about in graduate school versus teaching about race and racism in American history critically. So critical race theory is a framework. It's a theoretical framework that was developed in the 1980s by legal scholars to help us understand how it is that structural and racial disparities endure in our society and how that is actually engendered in some of our laws and policies. And so the idea was to get us to think systemically, as opposed to just thinking that racism manifests by individuals just mistreating each other, that there are actual structures in our society that create these different kinds of racial gaps and racial disparities economically, in terms of housing, in terms of education. And so that's what they do, is that they actually show us how the law, how laws that are supposed to be neutral actually can promulgate or support racial disparities. That's a theoretical framework. I think what we're talking about today, though, is some contestation and conflict over how you teach about race, racial hierarchies, critically, racism in schools and society. And so the two are being conflated.
And so when you...
Okay. To be honest, I don't understand. Still don't understand. But there's a confusion happening between what critical race theory actually is and what people's interpretation on that is. And Moemasu was suggesting Ryan Chapman, right? This one?
Critical race theory is one of those things that a lot of people have opinions about, but most people don't have a deep understanding of. And I think the reason for that is because explanations of critical race theory tend to be kind of glossy, where people just list the major beliefs and claims of critical race theorists without going into where they came from. But at the same time, critical race theory...
I don't have 21 minutes. I'm so sorry. Is there an area where maybe I should watch this in my own time? Yeah, let's get to there.
Forward. So we're finally circling in.
Hold on.
Their alternative. So it's basically to construct a social reality and direct operation within it. So it's basically saying, given what we know, here's how we can present a better alternative and how we can better behave going forward. So we're finally circling in to kind of a full explanation of what critical race theory is about. They believe that through that process of deconstruction and reconstruction, through the lens of race consciousness, we can learn how to radically transform America to make it free of racial oppression. And if that's done sinking in, is part of a broader goal of possibly ending all forms of oppression. So critical race theorists want to use that process to end racism and maybe all oppression everywhere. I think it'll help click all this together if I give an example of this deconstruction and reconstruction process in action.
Eliminating racism and oppression, that's like saying you're going to eliminate fear in people's emotions. I don't think it's gonna work that way. It might help it. I don't know. But there's no way you can entirely eliminate racism and oppression. Sometimes I think about like stuff like veganism too. I feel like we often forget that we're animals. And we're a lot more uncivilized than we think we are, in my opinion. I don't know. Yeah, so we can't dive into this too deep right now, unfortunately. I would like to continue this though someday. Yeah, but whenever I force a topic to happen, obviously, people tend to kind of do their own thing, so I always follow what people are doing in the chat. Yeah, and I don't want to force this topic on people again. So we'll see if it's gonna spark back up. Yeah, Moemasu is saying I started reading CRT after what happened at Evergreen what happened in Evergreen. What's this? In 2017, it really made me realize it was more important than I thought it was. Yeah, Akai is saying, I still think it's worth ignoring. Sorry. So I missed a lot of messages coming in because whenever I divide my attention, I don't really pay attention to anything. So I was watching the video. Let's see. Okay. So has dropped out of school in 4th grade. You can't say buttress. What's that about? I love flying buttresses. Gives me emo architecture, says Guro. Buttress? Yeah, so Moemasu, I noticed something in your speech pattern. Be very afraid of when you find yourself knowing something really well. Why am I ending this? Isn't it a little too early? Yeah. I hate to reach a point where we stop questioning things, because that's when the conversation ends. In my opinion, I like conversations. I like having conversations. I think it's fun. But when we go to a point where we think we know everything about this matter, or we think everything that this person is saying is what you all heard before, I think how should I phrase this? It scares me when we start assuming things rather than actually experiencing it. Why? I like Moemasu's opinion so far. Yeah, Moemasu is saying, I know what you mean though. I was just explaining how explaining to someone how I always sound crazy when I talk about CRT because I know so much about it. But do you though? Who is deciding that though? That you know a lot of things about this issue. And if it's a controversy, then obviously there's a lot of people disagreeing with how you understand it, no? Isn't it worth listening to their side too? Wait, Chris. Right, so Moemasu is saying, I literally have read most of the foundational texts from foundational scholars who started CRT. I mean, if we have a good understanding of, let's say, radiation to a point where we can utilize it to create energy, right? We have nuclear power plants. That's great. Right? So we have the knowledge to do that. It's just, can we do better? So I'm using that as an example of like knowing about something a lot. But should we stop there? Like, do we consider the what ifs? What if there was something that you didn't know about? What if you were wrong on some things? And what could get in the way of reaching that point? Like, isn't that when radicalization happens, when people feel so adamant about what they know and they feel like it's a fact, and then they just press on that, like, you know, that's the only thing they got left? I don't know, that scares me. Who's Notch, who's Cookies, who's Tappy? Right. Yeah. This stream has been going on for a while, so yeah, Akalaka was saying, not gonna lie, there's 200 people I feel like I should know. Right. Yeah, so Moemasu is saying, but the question to you, Sha, is what would make you feel like I know what I'm talking about? If you can't answer that, then we're in a bind, no? What could make you feel like I know what I'm talking about? So how could you convince me that you know these things? You are probably doing it right now. I'm convinced that you know a lot, but I'm not convinced that you know everything. 'Cause you're a person. Yeah, it's a lot of people that we've encountered. A lot of people gained, a lot of people lost. But the journey along the way is what I enjoy the most.
Why you buy my socks?
Yeah, why you buy my socks? Exactly. Yeah, so it's past 7 o'clock. I would like to end it soon, but I don't want to leave it mid-conversation. What's JB? What is JBP? What is that? My master says I do like JBP. Not JB Hi-Fi. No. Yeah, I think he has a great advice for young men. Stuff that I learned on my own that would have helped when I was in my dark arc. Ooh. JBP. Who's JBP? Ah. Wait, what? Who? Oh, Jordan Peterson. Ah, right. Okay. Right, so Betty came to say bye. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so Akari say, you know what's great when Jordan tells you to clean your room and then you watch his stream and it's dirty as fuck with trash everywhere. A man forgot to undress. That's still got clutches. You know, I saw that. It's just, I mean, do as I say, not as I do, right? Isn't that how advice usually goes? You know, just like how dads would explain how to do things, but they don't do it themselves. They know how to do it the safe way, but they just don't do it because it takes too long. It's that. Like, is he in a bad place? Does he need to clean his room? I think that's what we should be asking, isn't it? Right. I don't mind Jordan Peterson. I think when a clinical psychiatrist, right? Clinical psychiatrist is what Jordan Peterson is when he starts sandwiching opinions on politics I think that gets people riled up, isn't it? He's expressing an opinion. To be honest, I don't know much about, like, I only hear stories. The left side story, the political left, and how they describe Jordan Peterson. But I actually liked his stuff before, especially with the Kathy Newman stuff. I saw the interview and I thought that was really fascinating. I thought like, people should talk like that, in my opinion. Yeah. But to be honest with you, with like what does he do? He does with the psychology stuff. Like, I am not in need of advices like that. Some people need it, and if that is what is required to function, then I understand. You know, whatever works for, you know, whatever people, right? Probably would have stopped me diving headfirst into alcoholism. Just saying, says Moemasu. Right, 12 rules for life, right? That's the book that he published. Yeah, I mean, is Jordan Peterson really being transphobic though? He refuses to address people by their pronouns, right? Isn't that what it was about? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, and I stopped watching Joe Rogan when he moved over to Spotify. I wish he stayed on YouTube. I would have still watched it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't follow people to other platforms because YouTube for me makes it very easier. Very easier? That's not English. Yeah, I don't know. I think people put a lot of weight on what celebrities would say, online celebrities, and then they get mad and they don't really think about why they're getting mad. It's just that those people are violating these rules, and that can't be the only reason that you're mad. Is it because it feels good? I don't know. Like, why do people get mad on internet? You know? What's the point? Yeah, Moemasu is saying, no, that's not all. He said if he want to use a pronoun, he'd use it. He was against the government forcing him to do that. I think I remember something like that. Yeah. It was the Canadian government, right? Like, literally made it legal for, you know, people to use the wrong pronoun. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not that invested into this matter. Okay. Yeah, Guru has a question for Anki, but I don't have the answers for you. I think you should ask Wedge. Wedge went to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, okay. But yeah, be very wary of overconfidence. In my opinion, I think feeling like you already know a lot about something stops you from growth, in my opinion. You should be able to ask questions and also admit if you're wrong, right? Although that is the unthinkable, right? So yes, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you very much for being here. Don't die. Stay alive. Of course, I am very grateful for every minute that I spend here. Yeah. Jelly wants me to drive her to work, so I have to go. Let me close shit. No, we didn't even get to Awkwafina's Blackson. I guess I can just cover that. I'll continue watching the critical race theory thing so that I know a little bit more about it. But don't expect me to side with anyone. I think that's annoying. Don't expect me to agree with you, and don't expect me to disagree either. Shut the fuck up. Alright, bye everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.